Hello, good morning. Good morning. I welcome all of us to today's training on Sage One Accounting. So, can you hear me, please? We want to look at how to use Sage One accounting software.
I heard about money points. That was when there was cashless. Then it was very, very, very difficult.
So, in case you have an advert playing
So
before you,
everything money points.
you are free to
And tell
skip
me that
it.
I think that I'm going to
Yeah.
get
Good
customers
morning,
from this
Blessing.
platform. So I
How are you?
and
So,
you know customers will
Blessing,
come
where
to
are
you
you joining us
immediately. What
from?
immediately wants a transfer.
Blessing, where are you joining us from? Please uh, let us know where you are joining us from. So, in case you have an advert playing before you are free to. So, I pray and hope that because it's a cloud training, so I pray and hope that the internet will be merciful on us. It has disrupted us in the last two classes. So, I want to believe that today's one will be uh, jolly good training. So I welcome you all. Please, if you are joining us for the very first time, please let us know where you are joining us from. If you are coming in for the very first time, let us know where you are joining us from. Okay, your presenter today or your host is Onyekachi Wozuzu. I come to you with experience, with thorough understanding of accounting software, and I hope we are going to enjoy today and have a quality time, getting knowledge. Please, can you hear me? Please, can you hear me? Blessing, can you hear me? Okay. Hello, Blessing, can you hear me? Please confirm if you can see my screen. Okay, welcome on board, Mr. Jeremiah from Uganda. So confirm if you can see my screen and you can hear me clearly. So that we can. Confirm if you can see my screen and you can hear me clearly. Mr. Jeremiah, can you hear me? Can you see my screen? Okay, while I wait, I think we have to start because I have other screen here that are. Okay, Mr. Jeremiah, thank you for that. So let's start. Let's start. So I'm going to share my screen right away. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, good. So the software we are using today is Sage Business or Sage Business Cloud Accounting Software, formerly known as Sage One. Now, it is a cloud-based software. It's just like every other accounting software, but the difference, please, in case the advert is playing on your screen, please, you are free to skip it. You are free to skip the advert and continue your journey. Welcome on board, Mr. Is it Mr. Sanyo Kaladis? So forgive me if I've murdered the name. So the software we are using is formerly known as Sage One accounting software. So it's just like every other software, okay? But with time, the owners they have to rebrand it and give it Sage Business Cloud. It has different versions across different countries, and it's a very good cloud software tailored for small businesses. Please underline that. It is tailored for small businesses, freelancers, remote jobbers, and sole traders. Its its goal is to simplify bookkeeping through automated invoicing, bank reconciliation, VAT management, expense tracking via desktop or mobile. So you can run it as a cloud on desktop. You can also use it as a mobile app. Now it's secured. Now the key aspects that it is perfect for sole traders, for freelancers, for startups, for small businesses that need simple financial management, that need simple financial management. Now, the key features, like I've mentioned earlier, it has automated banking feeds, personalized invoicing, expense management, and real-time cash flow reporting. Now, the accessibility is a cloud-based, it's a cloud-based solution. So it works on your PCs, on your desktop, on your tablets, on your smartphones, as long as you have data. As long as you have data, then it's one of the features also ease of use. It is user friendly. You can see you are practically looking at everything on the screen, what we can call at a glance. Everything you need to see about this software is just before you. Okay, we call it at a glance view. If you have thorough knowledge of QuickBooks, you also notice that QuickBooks is a software that runs at a glance. Okay, so if you have thorough knowledge of QuickBooks, so it also runs at a glance. Okay, good. Now, security, because it's on cloud, there is some level of some layers of security around it because it is managed by a third-party organizations. So the people you are paying the money to subscribe are the people managing it. So there's that level of securing your data. Then scalability, yes, you can scale it. You can increase the users. You can increase from 2 users to 5 users to 10 users to 20 users to 30 users, as the case may be. You can also integrate other applications on it. You can upgrade it. It's upgradable to Sage 200, to Sage S3 as your business grows. Sage Business Cloud is upgradable. You can upgrade it. Okay. So now other things you have to know is that you must set it up. Please, for those who are joining us for the first time, if you go to our YouTube page, I have done a video on how to create Sage One company file. It's already on that YouTube page. So let me see if I can pull it up here. Okay. So if you go to our YouTube page, you notice that I have created how to create a company file. So what we are going to do today is to start from the setup. how to do the setup. Okay. Then also know that we are using a trial version. This is a trial version that will last for 30 days. After that, you start paying them. All cloud softwares are on subscription, means that there's a third party that owns it that you have to pay money to allow you to continue using it. So as the period ends, you keep subscribing. You can subscribe annually. You can also subscribe monthly. Okay, then the case study we are going to use today is also on our YouTube page. If you go to post, you will see the case study that we are using today. That is Sky Investment, and that is also the business name I have here with me. Okay. So if you are joining us for the first time, please let us know where you are joining us from. Whether new, old, or new, let us know where you are joining us from. Good. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to add us to your notifications so that when our videos drop, you will always get the notification. So don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. Okay, so thank you very much. So I've always explained this, and quote me anywhere you can. Accounting software, over the years, I have used a whole lot of them, and I've come to understand that it takes me 3 layers to set up a business on accounting software. It takes me 3 layers to do that. Whatever software, whether it's cloud-based or online-based, it takes me 3 layers. And that 3 layers, I name them this way: setup, posting transactions, and reporting. Now, under the setup, that is where you feed the software with all the content that the software needs to have. Example is the customer's name, vendor's name, items, banking mode of payment, the charts of account. So you can see these are what constitutes your setup. Okay, you can see the customer's name, add a customer, the vendor's name, add a vendor. You can see the item, add all the items you buy and resell or all your services. Then this is where you add your mode of payment, whether by cash, by hand, by petty cash, and you have your ledger. This is where you add your ledgers. Then the system does the reporting. This is also, you can see the way it is designed. You do both setup and posting for the customers in one menu. The same thing with suppliers, with items, banking, account, and then you go to the almighty reporting. The essence of investing money in this software, the essence of investing money is to generate real-time report for you. That is all this software is all about. The essence, if not, you will do your accounting work manually. Okay, that time it takes you to produce an accounting report, depending on the volume of transaction, that is what this software makes on real time. So the software is simply resetting it in a way that you can get your report daily, hourly, weekly, or anytime you deem it necessary to have your report, you can always get it. Okay, so we are going to start. Remember the 3 layers, please don't forget it. The setup, this is where you feed the application with all non-financial data, all data. I also call it the data entry level. Now, the second layer is posting transactions, the transactions that has happened in terms of your customers, your vendors, your the how you paid them or how they paid you, the items that were involved. So the second one has to do with transactions. Then the third layer has to do with what? The reporting. That is the essence of the software. Okay, so having explained this, so you are looking at the workspace, or what I call the home page. Okay, so at the extreme top here, you have the title bar. Remember, it's a browser. Once anything is a browser, it means it's on cloud. You can always access it through cloud or through data. Okay, so you have the title bar. The title bar is showing the name of the software, the edition I'm using, and the company in question. Then directly under it is the title bar. Under the title bar, you have home, quick view, customers, suppliers, items, banking, accounts, accountant area, report, company, administration, and auto entry. Okay. Now, every menu, every command has a sub command. You can see if you look at all these menus, there is a drop down beside them. There is always a drop down beside them. So you can see when you drop down, you see other features. That's what we call sub menu. Okay, you see the sub menu of banking, account. Okay, so that's good. So, like I said, this software has the same at a glance view like QuickBooks. Everything is just looking at you. You don't need to move from here to here to get what you want. So that's part of the simplicity. Remember, part of the goal is that the software is to simplify your movement as well as simplify your accounting activities. Please note this: when it comes to large scale business, this might not be of great help. I've mentioned what it does. Sole proprietor, small businesses, remote jobbers, you can use it to, work remotely for your clients. You know, so let's dive in. So, like I said, when it comes to the setup, there are things we have to look at. We have to set up the charts of account, and everybody knows that without the charts of account, accounting is useless. Without the ledgers, accounting is useless, completely useless. So that is the chart of account must come in place. Okay. And one unique thing about this software is that the software came with a whole lot of ledgers, and we are going to look at it now. We can only create what is not there, but I can tell you for free that the software has made life so easy. Remember, it is not where a small business owner comes to struggle. No, it is where things are simplified for him or her and they use it effectively. It is also where things are simplified for you, the accountant, so that you can just play your role effectively. Please, once in a while, advert will pop up on your screen. You are at liberty to skip it. Okay. I want to also thank our dear uh, students and members of our WhatsApp group. It's because YouTube has accepted us as their partner. So that's why you see them put advert on possibly all our videos. So thank you very much for counting us worthy to view our products and use it also to enrich your knowledge. We are most grateful. Thank you. Okay. So, like I said, the software has already prepared charts of account, already defaulted chart of account. So we are going to look at it right now. Let's see what it has for us. So list of accounts. So the goal is that you don't need to stress yourself creating charts of account anymore. Virtually everything we have are all here. So you can see it. And I'm going to explain. It might look somehow, it might look off. I'm going to explain it. Chioma, I welcome you. I'm going to explain it. So look at this. You can see cells. Anytime you see system account, it means that the system has already defaulted the sales and purchases and discount. That means the system has defaulted them into your trading account. You don't need to create another one unless, so that means that your products, the product that feeds sales, feeds purchases, and feeds discounts received is already linked to these accounts. It's automatically linked. Okay. So by the time we start creating items, you notice that they are already linked to this account. And that is how you generate your trading account. So this is like follow come. You can't do anything about it. So you can see bad debt recovered, interest received, all of these are other income. Let's go. So you can see expenses. There is basically no expenditure name that you don't have here. So you can see that there is the second page. Let's go to the second page. Okay. So you can see where expenditure ends. So we have more than enough, more than enough expenses. Okay. Then you go to income tax. So you are looking at liabilities, non-current asset, that is fixed assets. Then you have the current assets. So basically everything we need to have, we already having it in the system. Yes. Okay, so that means that our chart of account is settled. Our chart of account has been taken care of, so we don't need to bother ourselves anymore. Okay, so then we'll jump to something else. So a part of the setup has been taken care of us, but you can still come around and change the name. Let's go to one of the expenditure heads. So let's assume in that this is salary and wages, right? So in your company, you recognize it only as salary. There's no problem. All you need to do, maybe your boss will query, why is it salary and wages? Or your auditor might query you, why is it salary and wages? Why we recognize only salary? You don't need to worry yourself. Just come to actions, okay, and click on edit. So go, this is it. Just remove the wages because we don't need it. Scroll down and save it back. Okay, save and new means you to save and open the rows for you to enter a new one. So let's check if it actually happened. Let's check if we got that change. And scroll up. You can see it here now. That's it. Then if you want to create a new one, no problem. So let me go look at the question and see what we might add. Let's say utility bills. Okay, I want to create utility. If the system has it, it will tell you. If it doesn't have it, then let's go utility bills. So what category, what account segment does it belong to? It belongs to expense. Okay, there's no opening balance, so we are good and fine. So save. If it has it, the system has it, it will tell you. So the system doesn't have this name. So let's see under our expenses if it has recorded. So let's go to, let me see. I think it's arranged in alphabetical order. Utility bills should be in page 2. Here we are, here we are, here we are. You can see it here. Look at it. Excellent. So this is it. You can see an action tells you that it's a detailable. Any account that you don't have this action by it or by the side or on the same row, it means that it cannot be edited. You cannot even delete it. It is a defaulted account. It came with the system, it came with the configuration of the system, and it has been configured to do exactly what accounting wants for you. So that is why you can see bad debt. You can see it's a system account. It's directly linked to your customer's transaction. So you don't even need to create another one. The system has it configured for you. Okay. Good. So we have settled the charts of account, our ledgers. Quote me anywhere that Onyeka Chinwozu said, without ledgers, accounting is useless. An accountant cannot do anything. Okay, good. Okay, now the next one is the customers who are, so from our case studies, like I told you, if you go to our YouTube page, computer accountants, or you can type computer accountant YouTube channel, or you can type computer accountant community. Once you get to that page, click on post. You'll see some of the case studies are already there waiting for you, for your use. Now you can see from here, we have our customers. We have Kev Fashion House, we have Zenith Garment, we have McDave Boutique. So our goal now is to create their names. So you go to add a customer. So I have KEF. I'm going to use capital letter all through. So KEF Fashion House. Now category simply means the where that customer belongs to. Like let's say you have item-based customers. Then you also have service-based customers. So you have two types of customer. This certain customer you sell products to them. Why this one you render service to them? That's what category is. So let me just do. So you have item-based customers. Okay, so that's it. Category does not actually influence anything, but it can also give you that segmentation. Maybe I want to see the customers we sold items to. How much did we make from them? Then it makes sense. Or the customers we rendered services to. How much did we make from rendering services? It also makes sense. So it can help you to put your business in department, in phase, in classes to see your income or your performances by those classes. Okay, so then if this customer is owing you, maybe there is balance brought forward or beginning balance, you just put it here. Okay, you just put it there. So let me take a risk. It's not what is in the case study, but let me just put it. So KEF is owing us 9,000 as at the last period. Then the beginning balance started 1st of April. Okay, I think there's nothing. Then these are data entry, postal address of the customer, contact address of the customer. Now, once you allow this place, email, once you allow this email, it means that you have to type the customer's email. Okay, that means that one of the reasons is that the customer source document, possibly the invoice, the receipt, is sent online. That means that anytime that customer transacts with us, we can send his source document, whether commercial or non-commercial, to his email. But on the other hand, if we have to print it manually and give to the customer, then we have to select none. Okay, so based on our reality, I'm going to run with that none. So save and new. Good. The next customer is Zenith Garment. Okay, so the same thing is an item-based customer. I'm going to remove the email because the invoices are given to him by hand. Then last on the list is Mark Dave Boutique. Okay, so it's a Mark Dave Boutique is also an item-based customer. I have worked for a real estate company can actually use this. I have done a lot of stuff for real estate companies. So we now have those who bought 3-bedroom bungalow, duplex. So that's where the category. So when my client wants to see how many people purchase 3-bedroom flat, that's where the category helps you to segment them. How many people bought detached, duplex, detached? I don't know their names and the rest. So every business can work in here. And we know in reality that when we say a business is small, that doesn't mean that the business is so tight. Now, let me give you an example. We have a business that manufactures biscuit in large quantities, a big organization. There are also companies that manufacture biscuits in smaller quantities. So that's what I understand by small and big. You have Coca-Cola, a gigantic company, very big company that produces Coca-Cola. There are people in their small cocoon, they produce juice. Okay, they produce juice from their own end. Okay, so that means that the difference between a big company and a small company is the scope. For me, I see it as the scope. Is the scope that matters, not because this one is incompetent and the other one is no. The difference between Coca-Cola and another person who does Coke on a smaller scale is the scope. Coca-Cola is a large company that has a large market, a global market. This guy has possibly a street market. With they all have their competencies. It's just that the scope of production is different, scope of investment is different, scope of performance, they are all different. So that's what I see as a small company. Small company does not mean it's incompetent. Please, once in a while, advert will be playing on your screen. Please, you have the right to skip it. You have the right to skip the advert and continue. Good. Okay, so now also note this. I want us to note this. You notice that here says cash sell customer. Imagine that anytime McDave pays me, McDave pays cash. Anytime he pays me cash, right? Then I have to select this. It means that I don't take anything from McDave except cash. But if it is open, it means that McDave transactions are subject to accrual. It means that McDave transactions are subject to accrual. That means he can pay cash, he can also buy on credit, or make part payment, or pay later. So that's it. So all these things are filled, you can fill in, okay? Some of them are as a result of the transaction that is going on in the system. So none, and save. So we are done with the 3 customers we have on the case study. We are done with the 3 customers. So you can see automatically the system gives me a list. You can see it, list of customers. You can see the opening balance. Kev Fashion House is owing us. So the opening balance that was brought forward to a new business period. Okay. Then another thing I have to chip in here for some of us, some accountants that are with us, thorough knowledge of accounting laws, concepts, and conventions are very important. Okay, thorough knowledge are very, very. Okay, can you see my screen, please? Please, can you see my screen? Somebody says my screen is blur. Please, can you see my screen? Choma, what's her name? Olonade, can you confirm if my screen is okay now? Can you see my screen better now? Can you see my screen? Can you see it, please? Mr. Is it better now? Please, if it's better, give me an emoji that is better now. Just give me an emoji if my screen is more better now. Okay, thank you, Mr. John F. Young. Okay, so I can run. Okay, we are done with the customers. So you can see from the list there, we are done. We have done with the customers. Okay, thank you, Ms. Choma. Thank you for that. Please, if you are joining us for the very first time, please, we want you to be part of our family. Great things are coming on board. Also, don't forget that next Saturday, just by the corner here, we are going to treat Zoho accounting, cloud accounting software. A lot of our members have requested for this. I had somebody called me that every posting she's making is reading negative. We are going to trash that come next Saturday. Please stay tuned with us. Next Saturday, we are going to treat Zoho accounting software. Okay, so let's dive. So if you are joining us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And don't forget to invite your fellow accountants to also benefit from the platform and also be part of the great things we are doing. So thank you once again. So let's put in our customers, our vendors, sorry. let's create the names of our vendors and add them to the system. So you go to suppliers. Well, if you call it suppliers, you're right. If you call it vendors, you are also correct. So you click on add a supplier. Okay, thank you. Aminat, thank you. It's better now. I'm happy to hear that. God bless you. Okay, so the first supplier there is Morgan Designers. In case you are wondering, where am I getting all this name? The case study is on our YouTube page. Just click on post and you will see the case study on the YouTube page there. All you need to do is to click on post and you will see the case study there. Thank you. Okay, good. Good. So I'm starting with Morgan Designers. I prefer capital letter. Maybe it's not all of them. I like it. So Morgan Designers. So you can also create a category. You can also create a category. Let's just call this item vendors. So just signifying that these are the vendors I buy items from. You can also create another category, service vendors, as the case may be. Now, let's assume that Morgan Designers, as at the last accounting period, we are owing him 5,000. Now we have to recognize it. Remember your accounting principle, full disclosure. We have to recognize it here. Okay. So these are data entry we have to put for the vendor. Then save and new. Okay. So the next one is edge tellers. Okay, it's also an item vendor. So save and new. And for you to enjoy this cloud-based accounting software, you must have a good internet. So King Joe, a lot of time, internet has been our pen on this. It has stopped our class. Okay, so save. So you can see our vendors, list of vendors. Excellent. Okay, that's good. Now, the next thing on the line is to add the items we buy to resell, our inventories, our stock. That's the next thing on the line. We have to add our stock to the system. Remember, there are three things I told you at the beginning. From my experience, every accounting software is divided into three. According to me, quote me anywhere. You have the setup stage, the posting of transaction stage, and the reporting stage. For now, we are still on the setup stage. And the setup, we have setting up customer's name, vendor's name, item name, names of your ledgers, names of your mode of payment. So we are on the fourth one now, add an item. So the item we buy to resell are handbags, suits, and shoes. So start with handbags. Then if you want to have an understanding how I created this platform and got to this place we are using, please check our YouTube page on how to create company file on Sage Cloud. Check one of the videos has how to create company file on Sage Cloud. It's on our YouTube there. So you can also create a category for your items. So let's call this handbag. Let's call it fashion. It might not be what you want, but let's call it fashion. Let's call it fashion. Okay. So watch what I'm going to do. There's no opening cost. We don't have opening quantity right now. So I can also, you can add the exclusive selling price, okay, or inclusive selling price depending on your VAT. Now this is, if you remember when I was showing you the chart of account, I told you that automatically your items are linked to both sales and purchases. You can see it here. Yeah, please follow my direction. I have seen a lot of people who were setting this up for their client do a lot of mess. They did a lot of mess and they regretted it. So sometimes you leave the system as the defaults are. Yes, sometimes you just go with the system default to have your peace of mind. What the person did, the person went and created his own self. You can see it said add new sales account. The person added a new sales account, a new purchases account. By the time he linked it here, it did it couldn't generate the trading account for him. But if you leave it the way the system was defaulted, you can see your trading account. Then it then means that on sales we charge VAT. From the case study, it's expressed. On purchases, we charge the same VAT. So we are good to go. Why I'm going to leave this place blank? Why will I leave it blank? Because the price can be anything. Selling price can be anything for the seller. Okay. So I run save and new. So the next one is suits. Okay. So we are still looking at fashion. So I'll leave everything as they are. I'll leave everything as they are. Save and new. Then the last is shoes. Description, shoes. Description, shoes. Then category, I can call this footwear. Yes. So when you are doing yours, you know what your categories are. So is I'll leave that to your, so save. So you can also see that I have built list of items automatically. Look at it here. Nothing has happened. That's why everything is on on zero. Okay, so you can see. So the more you create, the more the system adds them to the list. Now, the next thing is the mode of payment. If you look at that case study, somebody asked a question here. He said, what if I made some prepayment? And that is Mr. Jeremiah. Yes, you can. Now we are going to where the payment is to be managed. Okay, just put it in a context. Is it part payment in the purchase of product? Mr. Jeremiah, I would like you to put that question in a certain context. Is it prepayment as per part payment as per buying a product, or prepayment to a vendor? Let's know what the prepayment is all about so that I can give you the answer that suits the question you just asked. Mr. Jeremiah, thank you for that. Okay, the next is the mode of payment. So I'll go back to banking and select add a bank or credit card. Okay. So it is not only bank names that you add here. You can also add what do you call it, cash. So we have Global Bank, So category is bank. So we are dealing with a bank. I just call it bank account. Okay, so what's the default payment method? Check. Okay, then you can go ahead and put the account number, put the branch. These ones are just data entry. And what is my opening balance? From the case study, my opening balance is 500,000. That's the opening balance or balance brought forward. So save and new. Okay, somebody, my volume dropped. Please, can you hear me very well? Mr. Choma said my volume just dropped now. Please, is he up now? So Aminat said, please, I want to know how to host my transaction. That's exactly what we are doing here. You will see that we are going to post our transactions and we'll generate report. That is exactly what we are doing here, Aminat. So if you hold on with us, you will definitely see that we'll answer your question. So Mr. Jeremiah say, for example, if at the end of the previous financial period, the client paid for some suppliers for some supplies to the supplier, which is to be delivered in a yes, those things happen in account. It's possible. It's also possible here that we can prepay, then later the goods are delivered. Yes. Okay. So I have cash at hand. I have cash at hand. Okay. So category. Let me just put it this way: cash payments. Cash payments. Then the default method is cash. Then you can, I think there's nothing much. Then opening balance of 500,000. Yeah, so we are good to go. Then save. It will also give you a list of all mode of payment. So if you drop down here, if I click on cash at hand, it shows you the balance we have. And the same thing, if you go to your balance sheet, you also notice that okay, so this is it. I think we are practically done with the setup. We've entered the customers. We've created our vendors in the system. That's the database. We've entered the items. We've done the banking, the mode of payment, the chart of account are ready for us there. Okay, I think basically we have done the setup. Now we are going to the number 2, which is posting transactions. We are going to number 2, which is posting transactions. So are we ready? So if you are ready, give me an emoji that we are all ready. Aminat, are you ready? Aminat, just hold on with us. You are going to enjoy what we are going to do now. As long as it's posting transactions, that's exactly where we are going right now. Okay? So don't cry more than the bereaved. I'm the one that is bereaved. Don't cry more than me. So we are going to posting of transactions. So give us an emoji if you are okay with the setup. If we have done everything we need to do on the setup, give us an emoji if you understand it, because we are going to the critical point. What makes us accountants? We are going to the part that is all about accounting, which is posting transactions. So most times when you go to organizations, you kind of notice that these things has been set up. Most companies don't even wait for you to arrive as the accountant to set these things up. They bring in people like us to set it up. And with our accounting knowledge, we prepare the ground for you. All you come in to do as an accountant is to post. So Aminat, that's basically all you do as an accountant is to post. And we are going to the post. I hope you have the case study or you have gone to our post to download one. Okay, because I'm through with the setup. So I'm going directly in to posting transactions. Thank you. Please feel free to ask your question. Welcome to the family of computer accountants community. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to activate your notification so that anytime our video drops, it will it will alert you. So, and don't forget to invite other accountants to benefit from this. Okay, Mr. John, I'm going to answer that question. I will not want you to push us away from the path we are following. Remember, others are also on the line so that they don't get confused. I will answer your question, but let's remember some of us are getting into this for the very first time. I'm sure you must have had software experience. Just give me that, allow me to follow what we have this morning. Then when we are done, I will now look at your question. Because if I start answering your question right now, it might not give clarity to others as it will give to you, because your question is your personal problem, which others might benefit. But I want to do a holistic work of carrying everybody on the normal accounting part. Then we can now come back to specifics like your question. But I want to go through the generic. Now, our question is generic. So I will follow the generic. Then after the generic, we'll come to the specifics. I hope it's clear like that, Mr. John, Mr. Jeno Jeremiah from Uganda. Yes, Mr. John Effiong, the banking mode has bank reconciliation. You can always do your bank reconciliation on this. Okay, so let's dive in. Now, if you look at the case studies, we have taken care of the opening balance of, let me just show you the effect of the opening balance. Let's go to reports. Let's go to financial statement. Then let's go to the balance sheet. Let's look at two things quickly, but this is not the pattern we'll be following. For us to come back to the report is when we are done with all the postings. Okay, so you can see it from here. Look at this. Look at our balance sheet. You can see the beginning balance cash at hand 500,000. The beginning balance global bank 500,000. The trade receivable. Remember we did a balance brought forward against Kev Fashion House. You can see it there. Good. Now, if you go to the liability, you see that of the one against us in favor of Morgan Designers. You can see it's real time. Once information comes in, it goes to the respective reports on real time. Please, advert will be coming up as we journey on this. So if you don't want it to play to the end, you can skip it so that you can continue to see what we are doing. So you can see that our balance sheet is even ready based on the little postings we have made. Beginning balance brought forward. You can see our balance sheet is up and running. Let us go to the trial balance. Let's see what we have in the trial balance. Let's see what we have in the trial balance. So view report. You can see our trial balance. You can see our trial balance. Okay, so you can see everything. All you need to do is to set up the software properly. Set it up properly. Once everything is done properly, it's garbage in, garbage out, but you must garbage in perfectly for the system to garbage out perfectly. So just to show you a snippet of what we have done. So, but let's go to the transaction proper. So the first transaction said we, Sky Investment, we bought 100 handbags on credit from Morgan Designers at 500,000, 500 each. We bought 100 handbags on credit from Morgan Designers. So what do we do? Now, let me tell you how this software works. It is a bit different from other applications. It's a bit different from other applications. Now, you might not, it might come as a shock, but if you look at your balance sheet, inventory does not appear there because there's a holistic inventory report. It gives you a holistic inventory report that you can follow. Then another one is that in other softwares, there is always a column to capture your part payment. But you see the way we are going to run this one. Okay, so let's start the transaction. We are dealing with suppliers now. We are buying, we are the ones buying. So we are purchasing 100 handbags on credit from Morgan Designers. So you go to suppliers, select transactions, and go to supplier invoice. Everything you are doing in this software must first of all pass through the invoice. That is how it is designed. It must pass through the invoice. Whether a customer is paying in full right now, it must pass through the invoice before you now run the second leg. So, but from the question, this is on credit. We are buying it from our customers on credit. That means that we will receive the invoice from our vendor, stating we are going to receive an invoice from our supplier or vendor stating that this transaction was sold to us on credit. So we are liable to the value on that invoice. So you click. Okay, so you go to add supplier invoice. So Aminat, we are answering your question right now. The posting has started. The posting has started. Okay. Good. Who are we purchasing items from? We are purchasing from Morgan Designers. Okay, you can go ahead and put Morgan's tax, whatever. You can see that the beginning balance is showing. You can see automatically the system gives you a supplier invoice. Then the one that came with Morgan, you put it here. Okay, our invoice is this is the how it will appear. So this is the due date, the 30-day due date. So what did we buy from Morgan? We are buying handbag. So you drop down from here and select handbag. This is just like writing receipt. Then handbag is sold each or in units, anyone. Okay, per unit. Then quantity is 100. Okay. So what's the price? 500 naira. Then plus the VAT, you can see the total now, 53,750. 53,750, that's it. 53,750. So we save. Now save and new, because the second question is all about credit purchases again. So I'll go back to supplier. Now we are dealing with Edge Telos. We are dealing with Edge Telos. Okay, so the invoice of Edge Telos. so his tax reference, okay. So what is he buying? He's purchasing 50 suits. Okay, let's say unit again. 50. Then at 700 naira. Oh, uh, so it gives us this amount. So save and new again. So the last question there, it says bought 30 shoes on credit from King Joe at 1,000 naira each and paid by check for 25. That means that King Joe is making, we are buying at part payment. We bought 30 shoes from King Joe. We bought 30 shoes from King Joe, okay, and we are paying, and we are part paying for 25. Okay, at the point of purchases, we are part paying for 25. So I'll pull out King Joe, do the formalities, the invoice from King Joe, the number of the invoice. Okay. So we are dealing with shoes here. Okay. Okay, let's say pairs. Shows in pairs. 30 shoes at 1,000 naira each with the VAT. Okay, so the three purchases has all entered. Now watch what I'm going to do. Remember, King Joe's purchase was part paid. So you can see the list of all the invoice. But King Joe's purchase was part paid. That is 25 shoes. Now, see what I'm going to do. I'll go to actions, watch, to capture that 25, and go to create payment. So you can see this is the total amount purchased from King Joe, including VAT. But we are making payment for 25. This is 25,000. We are paying him 25,000 at the point of purchase. We are paying him 25,000, and is by check. Is passing through our bank. You can see. So it's by check. So you can also include it here. 25. Okay. So that's it. So I'll go ahead and process. Okay, so this is payment. So the balance is already processed. So this has been taken out from the debt we are owing King Joe. So if you go back to King Joe's account, you see that what is left is the balance. Okay, so we've keyed in all the purchases from King Joe. Now we are going to start selling. We have bought our purchases, we have bought our transactions. Now we are going to start selling. Okay. So the first customer we sold to is Kev Fashion House. We supplied 90 handbags. We supplied 90 handbags on credit, okay, to Kev Fashion House at 1,000 each. So you go to customer, go to transactions. Remember, it is on credit, so we are dealing with invoice here. And select create tax invoices. Create tax invoices. Then add a new invoice. Just like what you did on the vendor side. So who is the customer in question? Kev Fashion House. Care Fashion House is already owing us as at the last period 9,000 that we have brought forward. Okay, so the system will automatically, give you the invoice number. Okay, then you can go ahead. If there is a marketer that brought in this guy, you can create the marketer. So this can help us to know how to pay our commission to the marketer. Now, what did we supply? 90 handbags. So handbags, description, uh, units, then quantity, 90, amount, 1,000. Let's put it again. So this is it, giving us a total of 96,750. So excellent job. 7, that is saved. Now the next question there, it says received check for 40 pieces of suit sold to Zenith Garment at 1,200. Now this is full payment sales to Zenith Garment. Zenith Garment as a customer paid us in full. Zenith Garment as a customer paid us in full for these particular transactions. So I'll go to customer. Remember, I told you whether you are dealing with a vendor or a customer, every transaction must pass through an invoice first before you go to the second layer to effect the payment. So you go to transactions and select customer invoices. Okay. So here we are. So add a tax invoice. The customer in question is Zenith Garment. Remember, he paid in full. Zenith Garment paid in full. So we have to do our formalities here. The marketer, the file you want the invoice to come out, whether it's coming from sales order, the sales order is coming from. Then select item. What did we sell to him? Suits. So we sold, okay, can be each this time. Then quantity is 40 at 1,200. So this is it, giving us a total of 51,600. VAT with VAT included. Okay, so that's the money he paid to us. So we save. Remember, he paid in full, so we have to net it off immediately. So you go back, once it comes to the list of all the invoices, you go to action and click on create receipt, because he paid in full. He's not owing us. It's only Kev that is owing us. So you can see the system has marked everything is okay. Then reference number can be the maybe check reference, okay, because the money is going to our global bank instantly. Then you can go ahead and put your description being full payment for the goods purchased. Okay, then process. So that's it. Zenith Garment is no longer owing us. It's no longer owing us. Hello. I said I can't see it clearly. Gladys Ibe, what is the problem? I said I can't see it clearly. Can you see it now, Gladys? Can you see it now, Gladys? Okay, so let's run. Now, this next question says sold 25 shoes at 2,000 each to McDave Boutique and got paid by cash for 22. These are things we see every day in our everyday business. I do tell my students that in business, there are three things, three transaction procedure that might happen in our everyday business, and accounting laws captures all of these things. They are not new to accounting. What are those three transaction procedure? Based on your agreement with a customer or based on your business policy, a customer can buy on credit, right? Also, based on your full business policy and relationship with your customers, they can buy and pay in full. Then the third option, they can buy and part pay. Okay, so that's why you see online business are cash-based or bank-based business. That means that you pay in full. Every online business you pay in full. It's a law in accounting, so we call it cash-based business. Now, the other two are accrual in nature. In online business, you record as they come. You record income as it is paid. You record expenses as it is paid. You can see that an accounting law backing it. Now, the other two, full invoice sales or purchases, full or part payment sales or purchases, are backed by accrual concept, which means record the disclosure, whether paid or not. Record the transaction, whether paid or not, whether paid in full or not. Record it. So you can see that these three things, these three processes are backed by accounting laws. Okay, you say, Gladys, you said it has improved a bit. Okay, be specific with what you are not saying so that I know how to improve it the more. So you can see that everything we do in accounting is backed by law, is backed by both business laws and accounting laws. I have asked students this question: why do you go to work every day? As an accountant, why must you appear in the company's premises every day? There are many laws of accounting that mandate you to go to work. If you are not on suspension, if you have not resigned, if you have not committed crime, the going concern law mandates that you go to work every day. You know why? The business is still in operational existence. So every day you wake up, you wake up from sleep, you start bathing, you eat, you are rushing to work because the business is still alive. It's still going concern. So you must go to work. You must appear in that going concern every day until the business dies. Another law that makes you go to work is the business entity. You are working for an entity. And it is mandated for you to appear in the position or in a place where that entity wants you to stay and work for it. If your business is underwater, like those who are in oil business, you go to underwater. That's where the business entity is operating. You go there and operate. If your business is in the moon, the business will take you to the moon. That's where the entity is operating. So you can see that the business entity law and the going concern law, they put you to the task. So when you come to when you go to your office as an accountant, the consistency law is binding on you to keep doing what you are doing for the good of the organization. To keep following the process, follow the same process, keep following this process consistently, keep doing it. The periodicity law tells you you must do it at this period, as a certain period. You can see every accounting law makes you actionable. Every accounting law makes you actionable and makes you use those laws for the good of the business. So accounting laws are not what makes you dormant. No, they make you accountable, responsible, and actionable. So that's why when you enter your office, transactions are going on, you continue to post, you continue to post, you just finish posting that of yesterday. The periodicity of yesterday is gone. Now you are posting into a new periodicity. That is for today. You keep so every law holds you to account and makes you actionable for the good of the business. So let's go. Sold 25 shoes. Okay. Sold 25 shoes at 2,000 each to McDave Boutique and got paid by cash for 22. What you just got a part payment sales. Okay, it happens in business. So remember, I told you invoice first, you go to transaction. Uh, okay, so add a new invoice. You can see, I'm going to go back. Sorry, I have to go back. Let me show you something. Look at Zenith. Did you see the status of Zenith? Paid. Because Zenith transaction was a full transaction. He doesn't need to, he's not owing us. The only person who is still owing us and who have not unpaid, whose transaction is still reading unpaid is Kev Fashion House. But Zenith is not owing us. So you can see amount due 0, status paid. Okay. Now the last on the list is not the last, second to the last. So add a tax invoice. So you have McDave Boutique. Okay. So what are we selling to him, or we did sell to him? You have shoes. So drop down. He sold some pair. You have quantity 25, price 2,000. Okay, so this is it. This is what we have. This is what we have. And we are good to go. So remember, out of these 25 shoes, okay, out of these 25 shoes, he's making part payment for 22, which is 22,000. So save. So here we are. This is the McDave. So I'll go to action. It's just like a shortcut to other features you might use to influence that account. Then click on receive payment or create receipt. Create receipt. So here we are. That's giving us a total of 22. Okay. So what we received was, sorry, 44. 2,000 times 22 will give you 44. Sorry. 44,000. Okay. So we are good. And that money was paid cash. It was not paid into our global bank. It was paid cash to Sky Investment. I know naturally in business it should go to the bank, but just to play that scenario, make the scenario comprehensive, that's why I'm putting the two mode of payment. Okay, I think we are good to go. There's no discount in that question, so we are good to go. You're good to go. So scroll down and process. Yeah, excellent. Okay, now the last one says cash sales of 5 handbags. Oh, okay, like a one-off sale, a one-off transaction. Okay, so you go back, transaction. I hope Aminat, I hope you are following. You are flowing with the posting. I hope you are following us with the posting, Aminat. So that's the posting of transaction. That is it. And you can see how sweet it is. That's what people benefit from accounting software. It takes away a whole lot of manual burden from your shoulder or off your shoulder, and it makes accounting neat. It makes your office to look neat because you don't have papers, A4 papers everywhere. Okay, so the last sales was made to an unidentified customer, what we call one-off, or what we call on-the-fly transaction. So add a tax invoice. Mhm. Now you can see from the question, there is no name. Okay, so but the system demands you have a name. Okay, so let's just go in and be doing the posting and see how the system reacts. Okay, so you have what was sold was 5 handbags. Description: handbag is sold in units. Quantity 5. Price is always 1,000. Okay, so let's see if the system will allow us to post a name without without a name on the platform. So let's go save. Did you see what it says? Customer is required. Customer does not exist. So it's not like QuickBooks. With QuickBooks will allow you to record on the fly, whether the name is in the database or not. But Sage will allow you some layer of capture before it can take it in. But since this is where we are, so what we are going to do is simple. You go back to and select add new customer. From the question, there is no name. There's no name from the question. So what I will do is just to put a generic name. Sometimes when you go to some of these departmental stores, um, they don't actually ask you your name. Your name is not relevant in the transaction. What is relevant is the exchange, the money and the products they are exchanging with you. So that's why when you walk into departmental stores, they can never ask you what is your name, but you transact business with them. Sometimes if you look at their slip, you see they put a generic name there, customer. When you go to a fuel station, you notice that they can never ask you your name before they start putting the fuel, for you. They just put the fuel for you, you pay them, and you drive off. So it's what we call one-off transaction or on-the-fly transaction. It's simply a transaction where the customer's identity is not displayed, but the full disclosure of the transaction is what is captured. Okay, please, can you please hear me? Please, can you hear me? Please give me an emoji that you can hear me so that I won't be the only one driving alone. Can you hear me, please? I don't want to be driving alone. Please, can you hear me? Let me know. Okay. Is my screen clear and my voice audible? Please confirm. Let us run. Thank you, Miss Aminat. Okay, thank you, John Effiong. Okay, so I'm going to just create a generic name, customer. So that is where all the customers who don't have a name, but we still have to transact business with them, that is the account that will capture their uh, transaction. It happens in companies, not just because of a scenario I'm creating here. A lot of companies, let's say you go to a company that sells poultry, what they call it, dairy items. You notice that transactions are on the volume there, and nobody is interested in your name. But you can see that they will give you a docket. That docket doesn't even carry your name. That docket carries only the transactions. Then when they are keying it into the system, they can key in, or let's say Wuse branch becomes the customer name, where all the people that bought in Wuse branch, where the transactions are recorded. Okay, so we have item-based customer. I think we are good to go. There's nothing again to do here. Save. Okay, I didn't remove the email. I don't. It said it's to receive email. So let me see what is popping up. So let me see where I can pull out the email. So this is what it's asking for. This is why I said if you know the customer, you want this customer to receive email, receive his invoice received by email, you put the email here. If not, you can come here under statement distribution and remove it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and save. Thank you, Miss Choma. So I'll go ahead and save. So my transaction can now fly. It can easily fly. Excellent. Okay, so this is where we are. So I'm done with purchasing product. I'm also done with selling. Now we are going to the next segment of that question. It says paid the following vendors. Okay, you can see that from the case study, I have to departmentalize it so that you can just, all of these things, they happen simultaneously in the office, but we are just taking it, segment by segment, segment by segment. But we all know that there's no way you first of all buy from the vendors and now come and put and start. No, sometimes these things, they happen simultaneously. As you are buying, you are selling, collecting money, paying those you owe, those who are owing you are paying you. So that's how these things work. So, but for the case study, it's just for us to understand what I did there. Okay. So you have paid the following. Paid the following. Okay, so okay, so sorry for the interaction. So let's go. So we have paid the following. So remember at the early stage or earlier stage, we bought on credit from Morgan 100 handbags. So here we are going to pay him for 95 handbags. So we have paid Morgan Designers for 95 handbags by check. Okay, so let's see. So you go to suppliers, go to transactions, and select suppliers payment. This is one of the ways. There are different ways you can use in paying Morgan. This is one of the process. This is one of the process you can use. Another way is you can go to suppliers, okay? Go to invoice, supplier invoice. Watch what I'm going to do. Then you can use action. This Morgan, you can under action, when you drop down from action, you can select create payment. These are, I'm just showing you in case you find yourself here, you don't need to start moving back. You can just do your transaction here neatly. You can just do it here cleanly and move on. Okay. Okay, so let's just follow we have used this action before. Let's just follow a process we have not used. So transaction, supplier payment, it will still bring you to, you can see, then you now go to add supplier payment. Okay. So who are we paying? Morgan. He pulls out Morgan stuff. Now we are offsetting both the opening balance. Now watch this. We are paying the opening balance. Sorry, I have to distort the information in the case study. We are paying off the opening balance. Then the second, this one, we are just paying 47,500 in it. You can see it, giving us a total of 52,500. That's what we're paying. So what we are doing is just we pay off using the prudence law. Okay, so we have paid for the opening balance. Okay, so total money he gave us. So jettisoning that 47,500, total money he gave us is 47,500. But if we also remove this, it will come down to that 47,500. Okay, so not to confuse you, let me just stick to what is in the case study so that I don't confuse you. So that money was paid by check. Okay, it was paid by check. So that money was paid by check. So I'll go to Global Bank. If you look at the case study, it was paid by check. I'll go to Global Bank, 47,500. It was paid today. It was check actually. Okay. So I will come down, process it. Okay. Now the second question says made cash payment to Edge Tellers. So we paid Edge Tellers by cash, 30,000. So the same procedure, you go to vendor, transactions, supplier, I'm using vendor, it's the same. You go to supplier, transactions, and you go to supplier payments. So it will bring you to where you are right now. So add supplier payment. So that is it. We are dealing with Edge Tellers. Payments. So what are we paying for? We are paying 30,000. And the reference cash payment then is going to our cash. That money is leaving our cash at hand. Okay. I hope, Aminat, you are enjoying what is going on here now. So this is what what makes accounting work interesting. Now the third there is paid cash to King Joe. Paid cash to King Joe for the remaining 5 shoes. Remember we are owing him. So the same procedure, add supplier payment. You know how to come to this place. That is King Joe. Cash payment. So that's the money. So I'll just click. We are paying off everything, and it's going to our cash at hand, and that is it. So we are no longer owing King Joe. We don't have any outstanding with King Joe anymore. Okay, now moving down the case study, you now have received money from customers. So we have paid our vendors for selling in different modes to us on credits, full, part. Now we are now receiving money from our customers, who we also sold to in different forms. Okay, so the same way you navigate under suppliers, that's also the same we are going to do here. So let me show you. You can go to customers, select transactions, customer invoice, right? Once you come here, you can use action. Let's say we are dealing with McDave now. You can see McDave. You can use action. You can see, because we bought, McDave paid us partly. You can see what he's showing here, partially paid, part payment sales. So you can now come here and select create receipts. to offset his balance. That's number one method. Or you can go back to customers, transactions, and select customers receipt officially. They are just the same. Whichever method you are using is just the same. So you call up your receipt platform, then call up McDave's name, right? McDave. Remember, it's showing that there's a discount of 1,000 there. There's a discount of 1,000 from the what is owing us. So I'll put in 1,000 discount. Then you have 8,750. So this discount, their account is already, it has been automatically linked to discount. I don't need to go to the chart of account and start creating discount. And it was paid into our global bank. Okay, check reference or transfer reference. Then you can go ahead and describe what it's all about. You can also make comments. Okay, it was paid by check. Select the actual date it was paid. If you are using it in real life, don't forget that. Okay, then we'll go ahead and process. Excellent. So that's it. Gladys said, please, can you send us the video after the class? Please, the video is always on our YouTube page. The only time we send you the video is in our master class. And I think we are trying to, the final master class for the year is coming up next month for both Sage and QuickBooks. In our master class, what we do, we are being trained using different case studies of different business and my years of experience. That's what I'm pouring into you on the master class. This is basically a fundamental class for you to understand fundamentally what you can do with this software as an accountant. There are a lot of advanced things you can do, but our online videos is to remember is for beginners, is to bring you fundamentally into the things you can do with these applications and still generate your report. But there are areas that this software will require your in-depth knowledge, thorough knowledge, in-depth knowledge of accounting, where it will shake you and shake your understanding. That is what the master class does. In the master class, you are shown the commercial value of all of these things, how to use it to make money, my experience, how to rebuild, how to transfer companies' files and the rest. So, which we cannot do on this fundamental. Fundamental is just to open your eyes to greater things you can do. So the master class is where we answer that greater things question for you, show you how to apply so many companies on these applications. Okay, so that's what the master class is all about. So Mr. Mohammed Fofana from Ghana, welcome. Said, I'm glad to be here again. Thank you very much, Standard 13, for this great opportunity. So thank you for joining us. So that's what our master class is. So if you are part of our WhatsApp group, the information for the master class after the Zoho class next week, Saturday, will be made available for those who might want to join. And because it's going to be more like the Swan song, we are going to discount it so that people can access the class. Okay, so that is the class where we send you all those videos. Okay, but this one is a fundamental class. The video will be on our YouTube page for you to go through them as many times as you want. So thank you once again for that question, Gladys Ibe. Okay, so we have sorted out McDave Boutique. Now the next person on the line is Kev Fashion House. I have shown you the two methods. So anyone that suits you, please run with it. So I'll go back to customer transactions and customer transactions, customer receipts. So out of the 90 something thousand, 96,000 Kev is owing us, he wants to make a part payment. He wants to make a part payment of 80,000. Okay, Mr. John, he says, my question is on customer receipt. Please, can you type the question? I'm waiting for you, sir. Please, can you type the question so that others can also benefit from it? What is the question on customer receipt? Mr. John Effiong, your question will be highly appreciated if you can type it for us. Okay, while it's coming, let's be running. So this is Care Fashion House. This is Care Fashion House. Okay, so we have remember I intentionally created a beginning balance for Care Fashion House, but I'm not going to touch it because I don't want to take you away from the figures in the case study. So this is where we are taking care. So we have 80,000. Then it was paid cash payment. So it was paid into, we received it as cash at hand. Okay. Then we process. Okay. Let's, before we go to the third stage where we have other transactions, let's just view our reports. Let's just have a temporary view at our report. So I'll go to reports, financial statement, profit and loss. Let's see what we have there. Okay, as at today, you can see it. You can see it. You can see. You can see our profit and loss. That's interesting. That's our profit and loss. That is really, really interesting. Now let's go back to, let's look at our balance sheet. As long as you set it up well, garbage in properly, you are good to go. You can see our balance sheet. You can see what is going on here. You can see our balance sheet. You can see, great. Let's look at our trial balance. That's at this month, yearly. You can see, amazing. You can see, that's our trial balance. Okay, good. So it says other transaction. Withdrew cash from bank for office use. Something you can call control entry. We all know it happens in business most times when we run out of cash and the business wants to there's a question, a situation where you are doing a promo for your customers. Will you post original price before the promo price? Why selling? Now, when you are doing promo, Choma, I want to bring one thing to I'm sure a lot of us accountant knows it. When you are doing promo for a customer, what type of promo? Is it that it has to be like a discount or a promo where you give a customer the whole product to go and test? I know there are a lot of promo that goes on in Nigeria. Like when Indomie, for example, is doing their promo, they give you their product for free. Okay, they give you the product for free because it's promo. Most of the times, everything that are promo are given free. It's just for you to, it's just to entice you to test it and see what you are missing. Now, if it is promo and the customer is getting the product where and in a situation where he's not going to pay for it, it is inventory adjustment. You adjust the inventory. The prudence law says when you are doing a promo and you give out your product to a customer for free, the prudence law says you have to make provision for all possible losses. It's a loss to you. The product is to be sold and for us to make gain. But now that we have given it out as a promo, you didn't sell it to the customer. It passes through what we call inventory adjustment. The inventory adjustment will now help you to recognize that loss. Okay, recognize that loss and make provision for it in the expense or in the purchases account. Yes. Yes, promo and discount. I want you to be specific. Promo can contain some level of discount. Then promo can have for free. I'm just giving it to customers. Like most companies, we see all these beer companies, they come on the street, they start sharing, they start sharing their product to people to test it, let's see how, if you like it. They are not for that Christmas. They will go back and make provision for all possible losses. Okay. Now that I'm going to keep your conversation, because normally when we do classes like this, we can't do all the videos. Most of these things are master class oriented, but I'm going to do a video and answer this using this same software. Okay, so we drew cash from bank for office use. So we go to banking, go to transactions, and click on banking. So somebody asks about reconciliation. I want to get the name. Who is that? Miss Choma, if you're in our WhatsApp group, everything about the master class will be made available from Monday. If you're in our WhatsApp group, somebody asked the question of bank reconciliation. Yeah, Mr. John Effiong. So you can see the reconcile bank and credit card. You can see it here. So banking. So I'm answering the question where we withdrew cash from bank for office use. Now, this money is leaving our bank, our global bank. It's leaving our global bank. And that means that global bank will reduce by 100,000 while the cash at hand will increase by 100,000. So contra entry. But the rest this time around, because we are that master class, it will be highly discounted from what we normally put on it. Then we have transfer. I'm just tagging it the way to save some minutes. So where will it go to? I'm making a transfer. You can see, sorry, let me move this. I'm moving a transfer. I'm making a transfer, right? Good. So select where the transfer will go to. Cash at hand. So the money will move from global bank to what? Cash at hand. So this one will reduce. This will increase. Then reference, it can also means transfer. But in reference, you can write a description being cash movement from bank to office. So there's no VAT in it. So what is being spent is 100,000. What is being taken out from global bank is 100,000. So it's not sorry. What is this account is receiving is 100,000. So what is receiving is 100,000. So it's being transferred to this and it's receiving 100,000. So I'll say, sorry. No. That's wrong. Spent. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is it. So you can see that Global Bank has reduced from 487 to 387. So I'm going to check this cash. So save changes, it has already saved, so I don't need to bother myself. Whenever it saves, it keeps them in the rows like this. Whenever it saves, it keeps them in the rows like this. Okay, so let me check cash at hand and see if it has increased. Yeah, do you want to continue? Yes, you can see cash at hand has increased from 5. It showed you 5 earlier on to 686. Excellent. So this one is done. Now I will move to paid rent. We are now paying rent by check. So this is where it gets faster. I'm paying rent from Global Bank. Global Bank is paying rent. So this is it. Let's say facility manager. Facility MGR. What are we paying for? We have annual rent. I hope I got the spelling. Annual rent. Okay, which account do I want it to go to? What am I paying for? I want it to go to a ledger. I'm not transferring money to customer. Mr. Somebody talked about prepaying a supplier. You can see where I can prepay a supplier, then he can later start taking his goods from us. You can see where I can prepay a supplier. Okay, here you can remit your VAT. This one you are remitting VAT. You are making transfer, contra entry. You can prepay a supplier. You can refund a customer. But our rent is all about the ledger. So I will select account. So selection, so it will now give me the room to go to expense and select rent. So I will look for rent. I'm using the one the software came with. I'm using the one that the software came with, paid rent. Then you can go ahead and do your description. You know, in accounting, we are also storytellers. We tell stories of what is happening in the business. So let's say remember our normal English, being rent for the year. Okay, if there is VAT, you add VAT. So no VAT. So I'm spending it from Global Bank, 10,000. Okay, so save changes. You see that it has reduced again. The next transaction is stationaries by cash. Okay, now it's no longer Global Bank, rather it is cash at hand. So who are we paying? Let's say Sahad Stores. Sahad Stores. Description, stationaries. And it's a ledger. The money goes to a ledger. So let me see if we have stationaries here. Stationery. Yeah, let's say printing and stationery. This is what the software came with. So let's run with it. Then you can now make reference. You can make reference. Your reference can be further description. It can be any other thing. So we are spending out of Global Bank. So 2,000. At the same time, we are buying, at the same time, at the same time, at the same time, we are buying a delivery bus by cash. So let's say we are buying it from Toyota. We are buying it from Toyota PLC. And what are we buying? Motor vehicle. Motor vehicle. And it goes to an asset. It's an asset we're actually buying. So we go to asset. Let's see what we have in the asset. Excellent. So fixed asset, motor vehicle. Let's put it under delivery bus. Delivery bus. You can see the way it's flowing, and we are spending that money out of Global Bank. So save changes. You can see that it has further reduced. Then we have utility bills. Oh, so let's say AMAC. We are paying AMAC. Description, utility bills. And Mr. Fofana, yes, Sage does that too. So utility bill. So what do we have? I think I created utility bill at the beginning, so I already have it under expenses. Look at it here. And the funny thing is that the more you create, the more the system arranges them in alphabetical order for you. That's just the wonderful thing. Please permit me to drag this thing up here if it can go up. Uh-huh. So you have, let's say under that utility bill, we are looking at electricity. What is there is just electricity. Mhm. So money is being spent. There is no VAT on it. No VAT. Money is being spent. So we are spending 1,500. So scroll down, save changes. You can see if you check again, you see that it has further reduced again from 6 to 9. It has further reduced again. Now the next is payment of salaries. Payment of salaries. We have um, who on the line? We have accountant. April. Let me just use March. March salary is going to an account, and that account is salary account. I edited it at the beginning, so you have salaries. Okay, so you can just call it salary, but you have to understand the stuff. 7.5. So you can even go ahead and just be clicking. Later, you now save them at once. Nothing stops you from doing that. So the second person is marketer. The same match salary. So it goes to salary account. Now 5,000. Then the last staff there is security. The same match salary. You can also do copy and paste if typing would be a problem. So salary, then 3.5. So you can see the balance we have here, 628,250. So let's save changes and see what we'll have left. 612. You can see what is going on. So under cash at hand, we've had 7 transactions. Okay, we've had 7 transactions. Under global bank, we've had only 2 transactions. Okay, so you can see. So we are good to go. I think all the entries has been made successfully. So let's go back to our report. Let's go back to our report. So you can also navigate report from here. You can see balance sheet. You can export balance sheet out. You can go to, we are going to look at VAT returns and report. You can also go to management report, profit and loss, balance sheet, what we have. You can go to transaction report, journals. What we have done here under banking, you can also do it in journals. Okay, you can also do it in journal. We know where journals applies, like depreciation, opening balances, and the rest. Okay, so one unique thing you must know about accounting software is that there is multiple shortcuts. You can shortcut from anywhere to achieve the same result. That's one unique thing you must know about accounting software. So I think we have done justice to this. So you can see this is where you create your ledgers, your opening balances, adjust it, add a note. This your journal, recurring journal, check your report, management report, transaction report. Then you have your VAT. Then You can also come here. This is the general report. So most of what you have here, you see them here as well. So you have financial statement. I'm going to go through all of them. Profit and loss now. So as at this month. So excellent. So this is it. You can see our net profit there, 47,570. Okay. You can see our net profit sitting quietly there. Then balance sheet. So this is our balance sheet. Look at it here. Wonderful. The only place we didn't touch is the current liability. You can see our balance sheet. Everything sits well. Look at how your profit and loss being added to the equity. Okay. So like that. So let's go to customers. So if you look at these, you can see the different ways you can look at your customer report. Because our time is almost fast spent. So with that, but when you have this thing on, you can go ahead. I want to even see what are the transactions we've had with our customers. Let me even see the transactions we've had with them. So you click. Every report you need to have, they are there. So that's why softwares are unique. You can see, do you see the on the fly customer? You can see it, debit. You can see Kev. You can see the Kev fashion. Do the two debits, credit for paying us. You can see his balance. So from here, you can see all the customers' transaction and what they are owing you, if there's any. Then if you go to vendors, the same thing. In all of this, I want to see all vendors I want to see what they are owing me. Debt, that is your due date. You can also see their transactions. It tells you everything you have transacted with them, what they have paid you, and what you have paid them, what you have paid to your vendors, and what is outstanding. You can see it. Very, very nice to look at. Every software has its unique selling point. You can see the inventory. I even want to know, look at every item movement, what total quantity sold by, made by sales, total quantity purchased. You can look at item movement, what we bought, what we have sold, and what is remaining. So I want to look at all the items. I want all the items detailed. So sorry, not print. Don't print. There's no printer here. You can see it has even sent it to PDF. So look at wonderful. You can see that what is remaining in handbag is 5. Look at how it was sold. We bought 100, sold 90 to Morgan, sold another 5 to on the fly customer. You can see what is left. The same thing with shoe. You can see that is from item movement, how item came in, how it left, who it went to, the date, the invoice number that took it out or took it or brought it in, and what is the total. So we have total item remaining 20. That is in that 20, 10 suits, 10 shoes, and 5 handbags. You can see wonderful. Wonderful. Then let's go to, then we have already seen the sales and purchases. So let's look at it again. You can see. So this is, I recommend that you go through all these things. So let's go to the VAT and see the Mm, okay, so excellent. So this is it. You can see For those who have attended my webinar QuickBooks, do you notice that this is see how the system has worked out what you have to pay? That is what I've just done here. Look at how the system worked out. This is exactly, if you do this on Sage, for those who have attended our master class, if you do this on Sage, on QuickBooks, you will get this same amount. You can see that the system automatically has worked out your VAT returns. This is what you have to remit to the tax. So that means that your output VAT is higher than the input VAT. So it becomes VAT payable. I'm sure we understand this VAT movement. Once your output is higher than the input, then you have to remit to the tax authority. Okay, so this is it. Please, if you have further questions, please don't forget to drop it on the comments, and also don't forget to drop on the comments what you feel about this training and about what we are doing. Please don't forget to share, like, and invite as many accountants as possible who will benefit from this. If you are joining us for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and don't forget to, promote us. Thank you. This is where we are going to draw. This is where we are going to end it for today. It's not easy to keep glued to a class for more than 2 hours. We appreciate all of you. We thank all of you. And we love that you have always been part of us. Please, whatever question you have, okay, Gladys is asking, in the case of a media house where they record revenue and expenses separately, which template do we use when capturing it? In the case of a media house where they record revenue, these are books of account. In books of account, revenue and expenses are recorded separately, but based on matching principle as well, they are also matched for you to determine your performance for the period. Okay, so it can comfortably fit into this software because in a media house does not buy and sell news. News are just services. They are basically a service organizations like publications. Maybe at that point you can look at cost of publication and sale of newspaper if that is the angle they are coming from. But if just like a media consultant renders more of services. It renders more of services. So it can comfortably fit into this Sage. Okay. Please, and when we are putting up this question, let's make it very specific so that I can just give you a clear answer on that. But thank you, Madam Gladys Ibe. You attended our master class. I'm sure you have started deploying it. But a lot of things are coming. I'm cooking a whole lot of things on how to rebuild companies. In short, how to become a full-fledged SAID consultant. Those videos are being prepared, and I'm sure you are going to like it. It's what when you get the knowledge, you get going, you run and make your money. Technology field needs more hands. Okay, so at this point again, I want to thank you, Miss Chioma, Miss Gladys, Mohammed Fofana, John Effiong, Igrigi, Aminat, what's his name, Mr. Jeremiah. I want to thank all of you, Mr. Sanyo, for hanging around. It's not easy. I appreciate your patience, your buying into what we are doing. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to invite our accountants. This is their family. This is their place. This is where they can upscale and upgrade their skills to tech accounting. So thank you so much. Thank you very much. And God bless you for giving us your attention. I appreciate. Thank you, and bye-bye. See you on Saturday in our Zoho class. Thank you, and may God's blessing stay with you till we meet again. Thank you, and bye-bye. Bye.